Welcome back, folks. I hope everyone had a good Christmas and looking forward to the new year. So I had a few hours spare and I got out to do a bit of herring fishing in the local pier. It's only 10 minutes down the road from me. So the stuff that I use for herring fishing, I've done a video on herring fishing before, I think it was last year, and a lot of people got in touch, asked me what I'm using. I had herring and mackerel on that trip. I had a couple of herring this time. So the ones that I'm using are these sabiki feathers. You see them there, and they're size 6, and you'll see the green whipping on them. It's actually ultraviolet UV, and I have a UV torch, cheap one I bought off, I can't remember where I got it, but you'll see them. Any of the well-known cheap websites, you'll get one. Charge it up. You don't use it that often, it's only literally just shine it onto the threads. They glow in the dark. And what I also use is, instead of a weight, I was in one of the angling shops and I was talking to a chap. I was actually Southside Angling, and I was talking to a young lad in there, and he recommended this. So it's the jig par, and it's a slow jig. It's 10 gram. Instead of putting a weight on, I know it's only 10 grams, but I'm using a 9-foot spinning rod that I use for bass, so that's perfect, and it works perfect. That's also, the strips on it are also ultraviolet. So you see them strips there, kind of greeny colour ones, they glow. So once it's charged up with the light, they glow, and it has 2 hooks on it. Now what I normally do is, I have yet to catch a herring on that, and what I do is, when I'm fishing, you'll see it in the video, is for some reason I catch more herring when I cast out and let this sink right to the bottom, and then real slow retrieve along, and I can feel this on the bottom. So what I normally do is, to save myself snagging up, is I take that hook off, take the bottom hook off, I leave the top one on. Now all the herring that I'll catch, and the mackerel that I've caught fishing for herring over the last 2 years, it's all been caught in the feathers. I've never caught one on the jig, even when I've had the hook on the bottom. But it's just something I do, because some spots in the harbour that I'm fishing can be a little bit snaggy, so I take the bottom hook off, and that seems to be does the trick. There's many different bits, but any small feathers like that, doesn't have to be these sabikis, I suppose. Anything that glows. And I seen some lads down there fishing. The last night I was down there, I'm going to see it, and they had kind of glow in the dark, luminous feathers. But these seem to be doing the business for me, and the way I fish it seems to be working. So I'm going to stick to that. And it's great fun catching a few herring, and they're very good for, like, 9 times out of 10 they kick themselves off the hook and go back in the water, and it's great fun to catch, and you catch a few mackerel as well on them while you're fishing for them. This time of the year probably not, but October I had a few mackerel while I was fishing for the herring as well. But I believe they're very good for pike bait. So I think the last time I went down and I didn't video, I had 5 or 6 herring, one after the other, and a fella beside me asked me them because he was going pike fishing. So yeah, generally though, they go back in the water because he kicked himself off the hook. But it's good fun, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and again, hope you all had a happy Christmas, and I hope the year coming for you is a very good one, and plenty of fish caught. So I have a couple of targets myself as well, so I just wanted to show you the setup. The rod I have, actually, hold on here, 9-foot spinning rod. It's the one I use for bass. It's the Abu Garcia Vendetta, and you'll see it there, 9-foot, 15 to 40 gram. I don't get too caught up on bits and pieces, but I like a 9-foot rod, and I like that weight of rod. It's nice and light. Even a fish of 50 centimeters or 45, a bass on that will give you a great fight, and it's all about enjoying the fight. And then I have other rods there, but they're bigger, but that is my bass rod, and I have it paired up with Shimano. I only bought this last year, so it's a Shimano NASCI 4000. That's it. £20 braid on it. I need actually to have a bit of fluorocarbon on that. I took it off, but normally have a bit of fluorocarbon on it as well. But it was cost me, I think that cost me about €85 for that reel. Now it's a front drag, there's no rear wind on it, so it's just all done on the front drag. But for what I do a huge amount of bass fishing, plugging during the years. I could be out 3, 4, 5 times a week, spending hours on the beaches looking for bass and using that reel this year. And once you give it a clean and a wash afterwards, it's absolutely perfect. It's doing a great job. So I don't need to go out and spend 400 or 500 quid on a reel. Would I like to? Absolutely. But for €85, can't go wrong. And the actual rod, I was looking at buying it. I was actually looking at buying this rod, but I won it on a raffle on Facebook from Slaney Fishing Tackles. And I'm just looking at the price here and the price tag on it. There, €99, €100. But I love it. Fantastic rod. I had the 3-piece version of that previously and got damaged, so I said I'd buy a second one. So I basically have 2 rods and I basically have 2 reels. So if one breaks when I'm out fishing, or one rod breaks, I can use the other one while I'm getting the first one repaired. So yeah, right, anyway, enough of the waffle. Hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. That's a first for me, a whiting on the feathers, tiny little one. We get this one back anyway. Yes. Hopefully this is a herring. Could be another white, but it's fighting like a herring. Definitely fighting like a herring. Brilliant. Nice slow, steady pace on it. Keep in contact with the fish. Only small little feathers, so hooks bend out. Yeah, herring. It's definitely a herring. Jumping all over the place. Try and get it up for its stick. Yeah. Super. There we go. Lovely little herring. Nice small one. First one of the session. Third cast. Loads of little bites. First cast of the whiting. Ooh, you bugger you. See if this one will go back. Right, there we go. First one. First herring of the session. Jump out my hands again. Better stamp of a fish there, that herring. Much better. Bigger, better. The mouth on him is amazing the way it opens up. You see that? Opens way up. Pop jaw on it. Opens way up. Brilliant fish to catch. But yeah, I'm enjoying it now. That's 2 or 3 or 4 of them now I'm after having. So we'll get back in the water, get this one back in. These go back. I say they don't, but they're great for mackerel, or I think they're great for pike fishing. And if there was anyone taking a bit of bait down here, I'd probably give it to them, but this one's lively. And I'll put it back. And away it goes. And as I threw that one in, and splashed made up the yoke, other one came up beside it. So yeah. So we'll get back out. So what am I doing to catch them? I'm casting out as far as I can, and I sink down to the bottom, and I give them this. The retrieve is so slow, you nearly stop. That seems to be what's catching them. That seems to be how they're taken. And we'll give this one a bash. I'll show you the feathers I'm using, and I have a little blue light there, UV torch. Illuminate them as well. Instead of a white, I'm using this jig par. They're luminous, or not, they're UV, so I can charge them up with blue torch. And same with the little feathers I'm using. You see them? I'll give you a better shot of them now in a minute. Tiny little small ones, but the thread on it is a UV thread. So blue torch, shine it on it, it glows in the dark. Both sides of it. Do all these going up. A couple of seconds on it, and it lasts for a couple of casts. And then get it back out. Finding the top post. Yeah. Up there. Yes, we're in. Didn't let it sink that far. That's fine. The herring definitely hasn't got up now, still there. Yeah, definitely a herring. Definitely. Just trying to keep the pressure on them, keep up with them. There he is, another one. Good. Yay. Another little herring. Excellent. Right, that one went straight back down to the depths, which was great to see. So again, we won't let this one sink such as far as the last one. And we'll bring it in, see if we can get a few more. You never know what you're going to pull out of the sea up here at the pier. But this old cord rope. Dan's burnt off with a cigarette and a knot. I don't know what type of knot it is, but yeah, so you never know. So I'm here, I'm after getting a couple of herring, a couple of whiting, but now the sail has decided to show up, so I don't know, we might move. We'll see what happens. So the plan was to move, try and get a bit more fish. However, the seal is after coming up down there. That's the big one, it's not the small one. He's right out in front of me. Yeah, so he's swimming right out in front of me, so that comes up from mouth of the harbour, coming in and around, is going to bypass that sail because he's huge. So we'll move back up to where I was originally. Hopefully he stays down that end where he was. We'll give it another, it's gone very quiet, another little pup seal came out in front of me up there. So yeah, go back up to where it was and I'll give it another couple of casts and see. I haven't had any bites in an hour. Well, just nearly an hour. Whereas from the first cast earlier on, right up the high water, I was getting knocks every cast, whiting and herring. So yeah, so that big old seal came up as soon as I had my first cast in that spot and walked it. Right, so we'll go back down here, and I will give you, it's flat calm, it's a lovely evening. It's not that cold, it is cold but it's not really chilly. So it's just gone over high tide. So yeah, go back up to where it was and have another couple of casts and see if we can winkle out one or two more. We charge them up again. And one more cast and then that's it. We've had nothing for an hour now. And I'm in work in the morning, so if there was loads of fish about, I'd stay. But there's not, so sometimes it's about, no, when to pack up and go home. Yes, we're in.
Big one.
Yeah.
Good man.
Do you want it?
No.
No, you don't keep them, no.
No.
No problem.
Thanks a million.
No problem. Ew. Another nice heron. I'm not gonna let go of it because she kicked like mad. Right, back in she goes. Down for the bit. So that's the dilemma. That was the last cast. Do I have another one because I caught a fish in the last cast? I could go home now and have a fish in the first cast and fish in the last cast, but yeah, I'm gonna have another one. And I charged them feathers up that time, so that's what I'm gonna do again. Right. One set of feathers charged up. There it goes. Pick up a bit of the slack. Let it sink down. And then a real slow retrieve. Yeah, add another cast. This is what happens all the time. You can't just have one last cast. Yes. We're in again. Yeah, we're in again. Excellent. It was worth moving back up here away from that old seal. Yep, he's still there. Oh, he's up at the surface. Get him back in the water. Throw out the hook if he's on the surface. Kick itself off. Oh, watch for that. Oh, another herring. Lovely little fish. Yeah, you guessed it. It's another cast. You see when you keep catching, keep casting. So, let's see, can we get another one? So that's it, last cast done and dusted. So thanks very much for watching. If you're still here watching till the end, if you like, hit the like button, subscribe, give it a share. Plenty more to come down the new year. I'm looking forward to getting back out making videos and getting them out and catching, well, I was going to say catching lots of fish, but fishing anyway. Right, catch you on the next one.